Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Planty Front Porch. It is the first week of September, which is my favorite month. It's my birthday month. But it also means fall is approaching soon. There's just a couple more weeks, 2.5 weeks or so left until fall, which is really depressing. But I realized that whether I like it or not, it's coming soon enough. I'm going to have to move these plants inside, and before the weather changes too much, I've got some cleaning up and tidying up to do with these plants. I want to propagate some, fix some complicated pot situations, and just kind of get ready for the fall. So I thought I would take you guys with me. I've been talking about chopping these big Monstera. There's one behind me and there's one right in front of me for a long time, and I'm going to do that today. That's going to be my biggest project, but I've got several other little things I want to do, so I thought I would bring you guys along. You'll have to excuse my voice if I sound a little bit raspy. I managed to get COVID last week, and it was really bad. I've been out of work for a week and didn't get out of bed for days. It was not fun. I feel 90% better now, but my voice is still a little wonky. So anyway, the plants don't mind, and this property is kind of a great place to self-isolate. So anyway, I've got some soil, I've got some pots in front of me, I've got several plants that I want to propagate, so I feel like we'll just get started. I think the first thing that I want to do is work on this gloriosum. I bought this, I don't know, a couple years ago, and then quickly learned that it was a crawler, so I bought these long self-watering pots so that it could kind of crawl along the surface, and that worked pretty well. Really well actually, and then I decided to propagate the plant, to chop it. So I actually chopped it in half, put it in a second pot, and I guess it's working, but they're not really thriving. I'm just going to show you kind of what it looks like on the soil level. They're kind of growing in weird ways, and this one, which I think was where the original was, it's just got a whole lot of that root, that crawler, with nothing happening. Couple of leaves here. I see a third one trying to poke out of the soil, but it has also lost several leaves, and the same thing's happening here. Actually, this was the original, I remember. It's no longer going straight across as I hoped it would. It's going that way, probably bumping into the side already. I don't love how they look, so I'm gonna remove these from their pots and then probably combine them back together. I'm pretty sure that these are full of roots, yeah, and so I just want to clean them up. I don't like how either one of them look, and I don't need 2 pots of gloriosum that I don't like. So I'm going to kind of recycle this soil into the bin behind me, get these a little bit cleaned up, and then see where I want to cut them up. So I think I'm going to start with this guy. And I am going to kind of recycle a lot of this soil. It's not that old. This is self-watering, so there is water at the bottom of this pot. But do you see the roots coming out of there? So let me see what I can do to get this guy out. Oh yeah, he's going to come out. That wasn't very difficult at all. See if I can show you guys. There's a ton of roots across this whole, I'm going to lose them, across this whole, I guess, shape or form of the pot, but I'm going to get rid of most of this soil. Some of these roots are dead, which could be part of its problem. I'm just going to see if I can clean it up a little bit. It's probably hard to see, but this was the original stem that I bought, actually, and it's going down this way. This is all dead. I can feel, actually, yeah, you see, I can feel that that's dead. But then the other piece of it is right here. It's got these 2 growth points coming out of it at 2 separate places, which is really weird. There is a new little growth point right here, so I guess I'll keep that. And then there's a third one coming out from the side of it, which I think I'm going to cut off. And then Maybe I can have 3 plants in one. So this is weird that it's got like 2 growth points that are connected to each other but growing out of 2 places. That's weird. I don't really understand that. But I'm going to cut this 3rd piece off here. Okay. That was one. It's a cute little one. Look at that. Little cutting with a new growth point. Some decent roots. This whole thing. Let me shake off some more of the soil. Have you guys ever seen people cut roots off in videos? That always freaks me out when people do that. But you know what? I'm going to do it. I also did it with my Albo Monstera, and that one was just fine. I'm going to cut off a lot of this. Being a little bit brave because I want these plants to do well, and I just don't like them as they are. So I might as well, you know, start over. That looks a lot better. Lay those over there. I'd like to put these all in one pot. Andrew bought this fall-themed plastic like tablecloth a couple of weeks ago. I don't really know what he was buying it for. As soon as we got it, we were like, oh, that's hideous. Threw it in a closet. But it's a perfect little potting surface here. Look at all these roots down here. Ugh. Okay. Let's see if I can get this guy out. Oh yeah. I might destroy some of these roots. They're just wrapped in circles. Yeah, we're gonna have to lose some. Maybe not. All right. Let's see what's going on with this one. Okay, let me see if I can show you what's going on with this one. See this whole long stem? Everything is pretty much done and dead until about here, where I have the new growth happening. And I can actually cut right through there, keep the roots on this end, and get rid of the rest. So I'm going to do that. This is a thick stem. Holy smokes. My scissors might not be able to... Yeah, they were. Okay. Look at that. I think I'm also going to cut these roots a little bit. They're kind of crazy long. I'm being brave. Alright. That was not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm covered in soil already. I just started. Look at that. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to put them into one pot. And I can't decide if I want to have them all pointing so that they grow in the same direction, or have them like grow toward each other. What do you guys think? Let me mix up this soil. This soil looks really good though, that I just took out of the pots. Okay, let's see what I can do. So this guy I can tell is growing that way. So I'm going to see if I can maybe have this dead root sitting on the side. I don't know about dead, but... Or do I want to cut it off? If I were my scissors... I actually think I want to cut this one edge off here if I can. Okay. So this guy, I'm going to set going this way a little bit, I think. I'd like this guy to be about like that. Any of the rest of you guys as messy with potting as I am? I think that's part of the experience, right? Getting dirty. I think he'll be fine. His new little shoot's working on it. And then this little guy, I kind of just want to put him in the middle. I might put him like here. That might be cute. He'll grow that way. Or maybe I'll put him a little closer. Like that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. This looks better already. These leaves I think will stand more upright. They've been so twisted because of how they were growing and where the light was, but I think they'll kind of right themselves. This looks so much better already. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna leave it alone like that. This one is a little wobbly, but I think once it roots in here it'll be just fine. It did have its little growth point. Where did that guy go? Oh, there he is. I'm gonna leave him a little bit exposed. Okay. Cool. What do you guys think? I'm gonna hose everybody off once I'm done. But much better, right? Much better. Cool. I think I'll set him up here while I work on everything else. I'm already so dirty. I gotta clean up real quick. Alright, so the next one I'm gonna work on is this beautiful, or formerly beautiful, Hawaiian pothos. Don't come at me, guys. I've heard there's some discussion about the term Hawaiian pothos. This is what it was sold to me as. And we all have those plants that we neglect, right? This one is upstairs in a bathroom, and it gets, I always forget to water it. It used to be so beautiful. It still is, but there's a lot of dead leaves, as you can see. But there's like this bare patch in the middle, but there's tons of good growth toward the bottom. So I'm going to give this guy a good haircut. And this winter, my vow is to keep him in a better place. And then all these propagations, I can create 1, 2, 3, many beautiful new plants. And that's easy. Propagating pothos is easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is give him a haircut and cut off all this dead growth. I really neglected this guy, but he'll forgive me. So I'm just looking for, where does the bad start? And this is gonna, I think, be a pretty nice looking plant when I clean it up. But you can see, like, I've got good growth and then a huge stretch where everything died. So we'll just get rid of that. Gosh, it's like huge vines that are just dead. That's alright, we'll fix it. Let me come around here, maybe from the back. Some of these are just dead down to the stump. But they look good at the ends. You're going to be feeling so much better when we're done. You don't look good. You eroded into the soil. It's a weird little one. Yeah, these are literally like all dead in the middle. and then the ends look good. That's okay, I'll make some nice new plants. Wow. Look, that looks like a pretty good little plant. The poor thing. It's actually really cute. Alright, so we will let that one grow and recover. And I'll try not to be as bad of a plant parent to it this time. So I'm going to set that up here. And then I'm just going to trim up all these guys. I have so many potential like nodes if I wanted to do like wet stick propagation on this. Maybe I'll try a couple little stretches, but really I don't need 1,000 of these plants. Maybe I'm not even going to do that. I just want the good stuff. There's so much. I can make another huge plant of this, actually. I'm saving a couple nodes at the end of several of these cuttings. I feel like that just helps them root easier, and I have plenty of room to do that on these guys. This is insane. There's going to be more plant from cuttings than from the original. Look at that, like that's a whole plant on its own. Actually, I think I'm going to root these in water. I'm not in a rush to have 1,000 new plants, and I'd like to root them in water first to give them kind of the best chance. Yeah, I think I'm going to root a lot of these in water rather than putting them in soil. I'm not in a rush to have 1,000,000 new pothos plants, and rooting them in water just gives them a really good shot. There's a big aerial root coming out of that one. I don't usually see pothos do that. Okay, look at that pile of death over there. And my new plant up here, and all of these guys. Holy smokes. I'm going to stick these guys in water, let them root for a while, and I'll update you guys when it's time to turn them into a new plant. On second thought, do you know what I have right in front of me? Is this other long self-watering planter, which I don't really have a plant for. And I thought, why don't I throw some of these long stems in here? It's self-watering, so it should be able to root really well. And then think if they like cascaded down in this long pot, that'd be really cool. And I don't have another plant for this, so why don't we try that with some of these cuttings? All right, let's see. Guess I should choose the best ones that I can kind of stretch out. Some of them you can kind of wrap. I've done this before in other videos. You can kind of wrap them in little circles. As long as those nodes have contact with the soil, they'll be just fine. I think this is going to be cool. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of fill this pot with these. Wow, I'm glad I did this. This is going to be cool. I'm actually kind of shocked at how easy this is. This one's growing really weird, but Let me see if I can do something about that, maybe. It's a little bare on this side. I think this looks great already. Holy smokes. Get a little something here. That's cute. And another little one in the front, maybe. Right here looks a little bare. Wow. What do you guys think? I think this will look really cool when it grows. It's pretty dense, so now I have to kind of shake some soil into it. Look at all these cuttings I still have. See? This is going to be a little messy, but I'm going to do just a little bit more. I see one little root trying to stick up out of here. Bury him a little bit. Okay. Wow, I'm glad I did that. Look at that. Looks nice and full already. It looks like a full plant rather than a bunch of cuttings. And hopefully they'll all take and root nicely. Just kind of putting in some soil to force this guy to sit upright. There we go. Look at that. Cool. I really like that. All right. On to the next. All right, this little philodendron here, I'm going to repot just because he deserves it. I've talked about him in another video, but I've totally mistreated this plant forever. I've had it for years and years and years, and it barely grew, and I never watered it, and I broke it completely off one time at the surface of the soil, and then I felt guilty, so I started taking better care of it. And now this year it's really taking off and giving me these big new leaves. I'm not sure which type of philodendron this is. But he is doing really well, so I'm going to give him a bigger home. I think I'm going to put him in one of these pots. You know, if you can survive being abused, like I've abused him, you can stay. You're good in my book. him right into his new home. Yeah, that looks like a much better size pot for how big he is now. See? That was easy. Now he's got a new home. Simple, easy, cute. Done. I think I'm going to reuse his old home for this little philodendron moonlight, or moonlight philodendron. I got this with an order that I placed with a plant auction, and it was like just a couple dollars, but it's in these little kind of fabric plugs. So I'm going to take that fabric off as best as I can. Holy smokes, some of it's really in there. There we go. And then I'm just going to pot him in here. He's tiny, so I think that'll be fine. Don't poo-poo on the more basic plants. I've seen these when they get really big and they're super pretty. He's got a new leaf coming out, but it was now or never if he was going to get repotted. So I might actually just stick him back in the home where his predecessor was. Oop, that's a little bit low for him. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. But now he's got a bigger home to grow in. Okay. Do you guys have a hard time with Cebu Blue pothos? Or is it just me? It could be just me. I don't know why. This guy was doing well, and then he's just not. He's got some vines going, but he's not really growing much from the top. The vines kind of suck. So I'm going to kind of do the same that I did with the Hawaiian pothos. I'm going to give him a haircut. And then I'm just going to I might throw some of these in this prop box that I put together in a previous video. I'll link that one below if you're interested. I don't know what it is. I never thought these were hard. I've had them for years, but this guy's just not happy. I actually don't need to repot him because I can see he's in my soil blend that I made not that long ago. So I'm happy with the soil he's in. I'm just not happy with him. So we're gonna start fresh. All right. I mean, they look better already when you get all that old crap off of them, right? Yeah, I have a few little stems here that I might just throw in that prop box and see what they do. If they don't take... I don't like this little stuff. Yeah, if they don't take, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to be bothered by it. This has already been cut somewhere. I don't know. Let me see if I can open this prop box and find space for them. I've got some of my Pothos Enjoy. I can see some philodendron micans in here. It'll be interesting to see what grows in this and what doesn't. This is a total experiment for me. I kind of like just curling these up. They take up less space that way, and then you have good contact with the soil, or the sphagnum moss in this case. So I'm just going to kind of stick him in there, see if they root. If you guys are like horrified by how I'm doing this propagation box, comment below. I'm doing this just as an experiment. I'm not really worried how it turns out. So, but if you have any tips, I don't want to go and wet more sphagnum moss right now, so there's plenty in here. He's got contact. Everybody's got contact. I'm like curious about what's growing in here, but I literally just put this together a few days ago, so my experiment box. All right, we've made good progress. Is it time to chop up my Monstera? I think it is. It is. Gotta be brave. Let me clean up a little bit and then we're doing it. All right, I hope you guys can see me. This is one of my 2 Monstera. It's in this pot which is falling apart. The legs keep falling off of it. I can't even get this interior pot hardly out of the cover pot, and he just needs some work. I love the aerial roots on this plant. I'm fairly sad to cut him up, but I don't know if I can. You know what? Let me just see if maybe I could stake him up a little bit. Oh, I wonder if I could. Maybe if I staked him up and then put him under a grow light all winter, he would stand up. My God. You guys can't even see me. I mean, there is potential here. There is potential. This just looks like a freaking mess, though. You know what I mean? Oh, look. Hi. I wonder... Oh. No. No. We're gonna cut him. We're gonna cut him. I'm gonna do some top cuttings from each of these vines, hoping that, you know, the bigger leaves will continue to grow. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll start over. I think he'll be happier, and I will, because this is an unruly mess. So top cutting is like the, you know, top least, most recently grown leaf. I'm looking at this top cutting here, and this leaf has snapped, so that might not happen in every case, but we're gonna clean up. And actually I can get a lot of like single leaf cuttings. Damn it, I almost need my garden shears. Yeah, these, I have to organize these as single leaf versus like the top cuttings. I think I'm going to be glad that I did this once it's done. Oh, am I? Why do I feel so stressed about this? I need my garden shears. Okay, this will be a nice top cutting, I hope. We've got one root. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Set those over there. And then these aerial roots are wild. Look at the aerial roots on that single leaf. I wonder if I should cut those too. We'll figure that out later. Actually, we'll figure it out now. We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, what else is happening with you, my friend? Guys, if you think this is stressful, my even bigger, even nicer one is in front of me. And he's next. He's probably shitting himself. I shouldn't make him watch this. Oh, that leaf looks like crap. Actually, all of this looks like crap. I don't need to salvage that. Sorry. Yeah. As I'm looking at this, it doesn't look so hot. Let's see here. Okay, this is a nice little 3-leaf cutting, some fun roots. That's a top cut. I'm going to set that over there. Direction of some of these leaves, though. There's a funky little top cut that could go right in soil like that. And I'm going to do the same, I think, with this guy. Yeah, he'll upright himself. There's another little top cut. So this is what I'm left with. Should I cut some of these nodes just to see if I can propagate brand new little plants? I might as well, right? Whoa, the lighting just got really different. That was weird. That was super weird. Was that just me? Am I having a stroke? That was weird. I'm going to take a few of these just as an experiment. Look at the aerial roots. Goodness. I should be working smarter, not harder, on getting my shears, but let's see. We'll do a few. Oh, this one's rooted into the soil. Ouch! Pinched my hand in there. This one has a leaf. No, that leaf looks like crap. Okay, that's it. I'm going to try to get this out of the pot because I think this is going to actually be a really good propagation vessel. It's sealed, it's waterproof, I think. So I'm going to get this out so I can put propagations in. I'm just going to set these in here for now. All my new little cuttings. If I can get this to hold water, this will almost look like a totally nice plant. I don't feel so bad anymore. That looks pretty good. And then I have all of these little guys too, which I'm probably going to put in something else. I want to know which ones are my top cuttings. So I'm going to move these out of the way, and then we're going to do the same thing with my big guy. Can you guys see my gosh. See, we're going sideways. Oh, I watered these yesterday. But we're going sideways. The soil's bad. The plant's tipping. I'm going to get some good top cuttings, and I'm going to believe that this plant will recover. My favorite leaves are right here. I want to get a good cutting of this guy. And I want to make sure we have roots right there. Okay. Let's appreciate my favorite leaves I've ever grown. This is the newest one. Are we way too close? I can't tell. It's the newest one. That was the one before it. The previous one was pretty great too. And we have a big root there. So, do we have any other nodes? Yeah, we do actually. Yeah, we'll be in good shape with this guy. I'm hoping to get a giant Monstera from this one. I'm going to take a few other top cuttings. Something about this feels right. Like, I feel good that I'm doing this. If you guys want any of these cuttings, I'm not an expert at shipping plants, but I'm going to have so many. If you guys just pay for the shipping, I don't mind sending you a cutting. So if that's something you're interested in, comment below. I would have to get in touch with you. You'd have to give me your address. But if you're okay with that, I'd be happy to do it. I'm looking at this cut up here. I think I'm going to do 3 leaves because I have a really good root there. I don't know why I don't just get my garden shears. That's a good one too. Super good roots. Some of these leaves broke. Oh, I have a new little baby coming out there. Sorry, dude. But I have a lot of broken leaves too, and these ones down at the bottom kind of look like junk. So, also I think a little creature got some of these. Some of these leaves have been eaten. Let me see. A nice little leaf with a little root. Let me see what else I can do here that looks good. Don't quite know what's happening with this one, but no, a lot of these leaves are broken. Maybe I'll try. I feel guilty with this guy because he's trying. I don't like you. And this leaf is growing, or this root is growing back in the soil. I don't know. We'll give it a try. It's a nice little new leaf coming out there. It'll probably die. Sorry. Alright, let's see what else I want to salvage. Both of these leaves have been eaten by bugs. Can you guys see? So, I don't know, those are on the less desirable list. Okay, let's see what we got up here. Not bad. I'm going to do a few of these. Why not, right? Now that I'm doing this, I actually don't feel so bad. A lot of this plant doesn't look great. This guy's trying to do something new. I'll give you a chance. See, there was a new little growth point happening there. His leaves are kind of wonky, but you know what? We'll let him try. Okay. I think that's it. I don't think I love these guys. You're dead. You're dead. You don't look good. You guys got eaten. I don't want to bother, right? Okay, that's it. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to propagate all of these guys in water. I'll put them in a couple of vessels and get cleaned up, and then I'll hose everybody off and kind of show you what I did today. Sorry, dude. Thank you for your service. I may have chosen a pot that was slightly too small for all these cuttings. I don't know, we'll see. I don't think so. I like that it looks like a full plant while it's rooting. I think this will work. I'll have to keep an eye on the water levels though, because I can see that it'll drink up quite a bit. Yeah, look at that. That almost looks like a full pot too. I don't feel so bad anymore. Cool. I'm gonna arrange everybody, give everybody a bath, and I'll show you what we've done. Alright guys, that's it for today. Let me know what you thought of my chop and prop sesh. What are you guys doing to prepare for the fall and winter? Comment below. Any thoughts, feelings, opinions? Let's chat in the comments. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, you can do that, Urban Farm Boys, or mine is Nikas Arbata, as always. That'll be in the description as well. I post a lot of plant content on my Instagram. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope my voice wasn't too annoying to listen to. And until next time, take care, guys.